easily generate grouped graphs overlaid with the scatter or dot plot, go to scatterplots.bar webpage, switch to Upload CSV file tab, and select Grouped Graph button. I must emphasize that your data needs to be organized in the following way. First two columns are for the categories, and the third must contain your numeric values, as in this example table. First column, student status, graduate or undergraduate. Second is their major, and the third is indeed numeric, representing their grades. Now we can upload our table, and it's already done. You might need to play with the CSV table options. For example, you might need to change the column separator. Currently it's set to comma, but it could be a semicolon or a tab. We can now check the results in table, and it looks completely normal. The last thing is to select by which column we're going to group our data. Currently it is set for the first column, namely the columns are going to be grouped by the student status. Let's build our graph, and here is the results. You could see that the columns are indeed grouped by student status, and if you switch to the second column grouping, it will be the major. Now we can save this image by right-click on the plot and selecting Save Image or Copy Image. We could now color the columns. This is a standard palette, but it could also be defined by you. For example, we want to make first column blue and the last column pink. Pretty colors, but let's switch back to the standard palette. I like it better. We could also now remove this gap between 0 and x-axis, by clicking on this checkbox, and now there is no gap. We could also add title to our plot and change size. We can add labels to our, say, y-axis. And change text size also for axis labels, and we can change angle for the x-axis labels like that. We could also build a group box plot or violin plot. We can then change the round-shaped data points to the geometric ones. We can play with the geometry with the box plot or column colors opacity, data points opacity, dot size, error bars, and other parameters. So the result is like that. Now the plot is wide, but we can make it narrower by changing its aspect ratio. So now it's much narrower. And finally, we can run some statistical tests. We would need to, now the data is grouped by a second column data, namely by the major, so we can say compare econ and math. And the data, there is no statistically significant difference, at least by t-test. And we can also try to run parametric analysis, non-parametric analysis, sorry. Still not significant, not surprising. I think this is all. Thank you.